Trump trial live updates. Hope Hicks cries as Trump's lawyers begin cross-examination. Hope Hicks, the former White House communications director once considered to be a confidant to Donald Trump, has been called to the stand in Trump's historic hush money trial. When a defense attorney started to ask Hicks about her time working at the Trump Organization, she started to cry, prompting a brief break in the courtroom. Earlier on Friday, two other witnesses, Doug Doss, a digital forensics specialist with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office who analyzed former Trump fixer Michael Cohen's cell phone, and Georgia Longstreet, a paralegal with the DA's office assigned to monitor Trump's social media accounts, both testified. Trump is facing 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to conceal the $130,000 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels, who is among the witnesses expected to testify in the trial. Hope Hicks, the former White House communications director once considered to be a confidant to Donald Trump, has been called to the stand in Trump's historic hush money trial. When a defense attorney started to ask Hicks about her time working at the Trump Organization, she started to cry, prompting a brief break in the courtroom. Earlier on Friday, two other witnesses, Doug Doss, a digital forensics specialist with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office who analyzed former Trump fixer Michael Cohen's cell phone, and Georgia Longstreet, a paralegal with the DA's office assigned to monitor Trump's social media accounts, both testified. Trump is facing 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to conceal the $130,000 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels, who is among the witnesses expected to testify in the trial. Under cross-examination, Hicks testified that Michael Cohen tried to insert himself into Trump's 2016 campaign. Hicks, who served as the campaign's spokeswoman, said that Cohen wasn't supposed to be on the campaign in any official capacity and wasn't looped in on day-to-day strategy. Instead, he would often go rogue, she said. He liked to call himself a fixer, or Mr. Fix-It, she added, according to CNN. And it was only because he first broke it that he was able to then fix it. The New York Times described Hicks as still looking fairly upset as she returned from the break. Both picked up his cross-examination, beginning with questions about Hicks's relationships with the Trump family and her first job at the Trump Organization. When Trump attorney Emil Bove began to ask Hicks about her time at the Trump Organization, she started to cry. Bove asked for a break and Judge Merchan agreed and stepped out. Hicks and the prosecutors also exited. Back on the stand, Hope Hicks was asked if Trump told her what to say in the statement she gave to the Wall Street Journal in November 2016 for a story about Karen McDougal and Stormy Daniels. In the article, Hicks is quoted unequivocally denying that Trump had a relationship with Daniels. Hicks confirmed on the stand that Trump told her to say that. Then the court went for a break. After a 75-minute lunch break, the trial has resumed, with Hope Hicks returning to the witness stand. You want to hear a continuation of the whole court incidents? Subscribe now, like, and share this video. Hope Hicks testified that she first heard of Karen McDougal on November 4, 2016, when Michael Rothfeld at the Wall Street Journal reached out. She said she forwarded Rothfeld's email to Jared Kushner because of his relationship with Rupert Murdoch, who owns the Wall Street Journal. Hicks said she had heard of Stormy Daniels once before Rothfeld's email. She said that in 2015 she overheard security on Trump's plane telling a story about a celebrity golf tournament and that Daniels' name was mentioned. Before the trial, Judge Juan Merchan denied a request by the prosecution to enter the infamous Access Hollywood tape into evidence, saying it would be prejudicial to do so. Merchan did, however, allow for discussion of the tape, which is why prosecutors are now asking Hope Hicks about it. Hope Hicks, now being questioned about the Access Hollywood tape, recalls the email she received from then Washington Post reporter David Fahrenthold on October 7, 2016. I was concerned. I was concerned about the contents of the email, she said. I was concerned about the lack of time to respond. I was concerned we had a transcript without a tape. There was a lot at play. Hicks added that she forwarded the email, which was shown to the jury, to campaign leadership, including Jason Miller, David Bossie, Kellyanne Conway, and Steve Bannon. The New York Times reported that in her email forward, she says, "Need to hear the tape to be sure," and deny, deny, deny. Hope Hicks detailed Trump's praises of David Pecker, the former publisher of the National Enquirer. Pecker was the first witness called by the prosecution. The National Enquirer had run stories on Trump's GOP competitors Dr. Ben Carson and Ted Cruz. Hicks claimed that Trump had called Pecker to congratulate him on the great reporting and said, "This is Pulitzer-worthy," the New York Times reported. During her testimony for the prosecution, Hope Hicks spoke highly of Trump, describing her former boss as a very good multitasker and a very hard worker who had his hands in just about everything, particularly at the Trump Organization, before he became president. "Everybody that works there in some sense reports to Mr. Trump," she testified, per the Associated Press. "It's a big, successful company, but it's really run like a small family business in some ways." Hicks also said that as his campaign secretary, she would absolutely check with him before issuing statements to the press. We will continue to bring you updates on the court proceedings. Share your comments with us below, and don't forget to subscribe.